So I'm just gonna sit on the floor or on a chair and just dropping into how we feel right now. And the eyes are open or closed, doesn't matter too much right now. Well, we're just gonna do a bit of a meditation exercise in the sense of sensing the body, calming the nervous system by being relatively still. We're not forcing the body to be any way right now. The body is just bodying. It's just being here, just as it is. No pressure to be this way or that way. No expectation right now, just simply dropping in to what appears to be happening. The sensations in the soles of the feet may be apparent. Maybe sense the contact the body makes with the ground. Feel the surface beneath the sit bones. If you're sitting down, it's maybe the ankles that are connected to the ground, like cross-legged, I mean. If you are sitting on a chair, maybe it's the soles of the feet planted on the ground. Just feel the contact the body makes with the ground. Really just dropping in deeper and deeper, so to speak, into the sensationality all across the body. The spine is nice and long, not straight, but nice and long, lengthened. Maybe the chin tucks in ever so slightly, as to elongate the back of the neck. And can we find any enjoyment in the breath, in sensation, in the relative stillness and silence of sitting quietly here? No, or at least not many external distractions, or there's not too much external input, so not too much to see or hear. Even the sound of my voice just is just happening. There's nothing to focus on too clearly. All right, and maybe we can just start to play with elongating our breath slightly. So if you want, you can just rest the hands where they are, or you can, just depending on how you feel, you can rest one hand on the tummy or both, but it doesn't have to be that way. I'm just inviting us to breathe a little bit more into the tummy. That doesn't require the hands, but it sometimes feels a little bit more soothing to place the hands gently over the navel, just ensuring the shoulders are relaxed. wherever we are. And we're going to invite the breath very, very gently to just deepen and lengthen. So you might start to feel more of an abdominal movement as we breathe in. The abdomen maybe appears to expand and grow out a little bit. And as it exhales, we find this somewhat slight deflation movement. Inhaling and the tummy expands. Exhale, the tummy deflates, retreats back in again. We might have a sigh here and there, or we might have a few sighs. Really nice to breathe out through the mouth when we are doing soothing and calming breathing exercises. Blow the air out through pursed lips or sigh the breath out. We might find ourselves yawning occasionally. Nice. Okay. What we might find ourselves doing next, again, just an invitation. Don't have to do it. But if we like, we might rest one hand on the tummy and one hand on the chest. And here, if we're up for that, and if it feels nice, then we might find ourselves doing that lovely gentle wave breathing again, where we breathe in from here up to here, like we're filling up a glass of water. And as we exhale, it empties back down from here all the way down. So when we breathe in, nice and gently, not too forceful, feeling up from the belly, then the diaphragm, then the chest. Exhale from chest down. Hold. Breathing in as we fill up the torso. Breathing out, emptying out. Wave breathing, soothing the nervous system, boosting the immune system by breathing more deeply and fully and rhythmically. Again, you can always blow air through pursed lips. Really nice to de-stress, detox. Very nice. Maybe we just do one or two more of those in our own time. We can swap hands if ever the shoulders or the arms get a little bit uncomfortable. Oh. All right. Well, maybe the hands can rest back where they were, either in the lap, just in between the legs, or on the legs, or on the knees. And I'm just going to invite us to do a little head circle. So it's very simple, obviously. It's quite self-explanatory. Just going to draw circles with the nose. Imagine there's a felt tip pen on the tip of the nose and you're just drawing nice big circles. It's a really nice one to do if ever we're feeling stressed again, or if we're feeling any unnecessary tension stuck in the throat, in the sides of the neck, and the back of it. And the slower we do it, the more we might find those little subtle knots of tension. And when we do it slowly, when we breathe slowly, really tap into some stuff and allow it to release. So you just find your own pace there and find the size of it as well, meaning how big do those circles want to draw right now? Oh, that feels good. And then maybe we just slow it down even more and switch the direction. Again, eyes open or closed here. Doesn't matter too much, although when you close your eyes, it seems like often we are more able to sense what's going on physically. Mm. Ah, all right. Very nice. And then we can come back, slowly bring that nose back to center. And then we're just going to do no. We're going to do a no by looking from one side to the other. Notice the tendency for the shoulders to tense up here when we come over to one side and see if we can prevent any contractions or unnecessary contractions happening in it. You might just keep that movement going as one seamless flow, or you might just hold it on one side again. Just depends what feels best for you. Oh, a lot of yawns coming through from this body at least. That's good. Very nice. It's like a really, really subtle spinal twist just for the cervical region of the spine. The upper vertebrae located in the neck region. One last time on either side. Okay, very good. Just notice how you're feeling right now after doing some of these exercises. And then we're going to do a yes. Now here, don't want to lean the head too far back. So you don't want to jeopardize the safety of the neck, but however much we're able to, go and look up before drawing a vertical line with the nose down. Looking down, chin comes to chest. Trying to keep the spine nice and long here. The rest of the spine is not moving at all. And then come down to the chest by bringing the chin towards it, elongating the back of the neck, using the breath here as we do so. Again, if you're doing a continuous flowing movement, you might either inhale up and exhale down, or just let the breath be as it is, or we are holding it on each side. Stretching the back of the neck and the front of the neck, the throat. Oh. Slowly coming back to center when ready. All right, let's do some shoulder work. I'm just going to do this nice shoulder, like shoulder circles. So as one comes forwards, the other one goes back. And as that one comes forwards, this one goes back. Again, find a comfortable place for the hands here. You might even like to imagine that you're swimming. You could even like really open it up. Oh, that feels good actually. Or you might just want to keep it a bit smaller and hands could rest on the legs. Whatever it is, nice big or small circles with the shoulders. Keep that going. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Introducing some fluidity into the shoulder blades, the whole shoulder girdle, all of those surrounding tissues of the shoulder joints. Feeling the area between the shoulder blades. Feeling the pec muscles, the pectoralis major and minor here. Oh, when we do this really, really slowly, it becomes quite a dynamic, surprisingly maybe, somatic exercise in which we feel the tiniest fibers which can seem to repair themselves through somatic exercise. These little threads between the fibers of muscles and the tissues. If you do it really slowly, it's actually quite difficult to keep that motion seamless and fluid. You might find that the muscles actually jerk a little bit. And when we slow it down, it can help to repair, can actually help to repair some damage in the tissues of the muscles. It's almost like slowing down the movement allows the pathways between the brain and the body to reconnect, to re-establish themselves properly. That apparently is one of the theories of somatic exercise. So this is quite wholesome in that sense. If we haven't already, we can slow it down and take it in the other direction. So we're going forwards to begin with, and then maybe it comes back. Yeah. A nice circular motion through the shoulders, and that's doing all kinds of different things for the entire torso. Very nice. Yeah, very nice. And maybe slowing that down. If you need to, just have a bit of a wiggle or a shake, because there might have just been some knots and stuff there, a little bit woke up. And sometimes when we find these knots, there might be a tendency to do this, to sort of clench up. So we just want to kind of like just maybe find some intuitive movement, like whatever the body wants to do, wriggle it out, or maybe stretch or find find whatever the body wants to do. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, it's just happening. Just find some. Ah, very nice. Okay, so we're working on different joints today, so maybe we can work on the wrists as well. Obviously, the wrists are very important, especially when we are, you know, changing shape and changing position. We use our wrists a lot, so maybe we can do this one. This is really nice for the wrists. So we're just gonna like have this nice flexion and extension, but it's also really good for the all of the fingers as well. Because you're doing like a nice spirally movement. One hand comes in, one hand pushes out, and then we obviously just keep that going in a nice cyclic motion, waking up those joints. You might find there's some clicks going on. That's quite normal. Oh, wow. If it's quite hard, if it's quite strenuous, you can always just like make it a little bit less gross in terms of gross movement. Oh, wow. This really wakes the wrist joints up. I haven't done this one for a while. I forgot. It's actually quite hard sometimes. And then we can obviously reverse that. We've got this nice sort of spiraling with the whole of the wrist and all of the carpals in the fingers. It's quite nice. Good for building strength in the wrists and the hands, the carpals. Anyone who has carpal tunnel syndrome, this is really good. Although I wouldn't do it for very long, and I wouldn't do it too dynamically either. But apparently, it's helping to circulate chi, prana through the wrists and the hands, and then we can just shake them out a bit. And we might even like to just rub them with the other hand. Just use the circulation that might have built up. Nice massage. Haven't done any elbow exercises specifically, so maybe we can do that with the elbow as well. This is quite nice. This is quite nice to sort of flex and extend from the elbow. And as you flex, the hand comes across the back. And as you extend, the hand comes on the inside. So it's like a circular motion in a sense for the elbow. And you're massaging across. It's actually really nice. It's been a while since I've done these. It's one of the Qigong exercises for the health of the joints. And we often think Qigong is just about doing Tai Chi forms and flowing movements, but there's so much more to it than that. I think they call it something like silk weaving in the joints. It's like opening up these little gates that can get a little bit tight or stuck. And it's also really nice for the body to just get in touch with itself on a tactile level. And really self self massage, so to speak, can be really nice. And probably releasing oxytocin whilst we're doing this as well. Especially when we do it really mindfully, quote unquote. And the body is getting in touch with itself on a much deeper proprioceptive and interoceptive level, tactile level. Rest and digest, rest and digest mode of the parasympathetic nervous system is activating more. Stress releasing. All right. Oh, that was lovely. All right, maybe we can do a little spinal twist now. So we've worked on the neck, the shoulders, the elbows, the wrists. Maybe we can work on the joints of the spine. So let's do a spinal twist. Again, if you're sitting cross-legged, it's quite self-explanatory, and it's exactly the same we're sitting on a chair. So we're just going to rest one hand on the opposite knee. This hand is going to come behind that knee. We're going to look over that shoulder. So if it's right hand to left knee, left hand behind left hip. So everything is happening on the same side. We're looking over that shoulder. A nice long spine. And again, just sensing how much the body wants to get into that right now. Hmm. Nice deep breaths. When we're ready in our own time, just switching sides. And it's nice to do it twice on both sides, but do take your time. With absolutely no rush whatsoever. Very nice. Just coming slowly back. And we're going to reach the hands up. So we just did a spinal twist. Now we're going to do a lateral stretch. So we're going to reach the arms up nice and long. Let's, if you're up for it, if you haven't got any wrist problems, you can interlace fingers and then push them up to the ceiling. Nice long stretch. Oh, that feels so good. And then we're going to drop our right hand down. I'll do your mirror image. So right arm comes down and we're going to stretch over to your right side. Your right side. Oh, that's good. Nice. Stretching across. Oh, that's it. Opening up the left side body. Getting a nice squishy on the right side. It's good for the digestive system as well as the spine. Again, you can come up and come down, or you can just stay still. I prefer to kind of move around a little bit, otherwise it feels like This feels a little bit too strenuous, really. You can even do what we did last time and bring the little finger to the floor. Lean forwards a bit. But, it's just different ways of getting into those issues. And then can come up. And imagine that there's strings on every fingertip pulling up to the ceiling before bringing it down. Ooh. Okay. I just feel the stretch on the right and the left side before repeating this on the other side. So reaching up high, interlace fingers, push the palms away, maybe look up or not. Open both sides of the body. Reach, breathe. Exhale, release the left hand down, the right hand stays up and coming over to your left side. Again, we can stay still, we can kind of bounce a bit, or we can come up fully and then come down. Or even bring our little finger towards our knee or the floor. Different options depending on how we feel, what we need. If we are leaning over more and more, let's try and keep both hips evenly on the ground or the chair. And try not to lift the hip off of the ground. Let's try to keep them both planted equally. Nice, everyone. Nice. Reach back up. Imaginary strings pulling the fingers up to the ceiling before bringing back down. Nice. All right, now we can shake it out. All right, nice. Let's do the wave. I'm going to rest the hands on the thighs or the knees. And we're going to extend through the chin, maybe looking up, elongate the spine, and then wave down. Chin comes to chest and we roll back up. So we get nice wave motion. And we're getting this sort of flexion and extension through the spinal cord, a bit like a snake, sort of coiling up and then extending through. Hands are resting maybe on the knees or somewhere else comfortable to support the upper body to do this comfortably. And just notice the pace you want to do it. You might want to do it quite quick or quite slow. You might want to try both. One first, then the other. Mm. Oh. If you are susceptible to a lower back pain or just tension in the lower back, you might find yourselves coming down and staying down. So you might like to just rest down now. If you're in a chair, then it's like this. If you're cross-legged, then it's just coming down into like a seated child's pose. Let your head rest down. Feel the blood flow changing direction. Slowly coming back up. Very slowly, nice and gentle. Take a moment to notice how you feel. Eyes open or closed again. Mindful moment. Sense the blood flow, changing direction once again. How does the spine feel? So we've worked from the top of the body down the body. So we're going to just do a couple more exercises before having a final meditation stroke relaxation. I invite us, if we have the room for it, to place our hands on our hips. So the cup of this part is like here. And we're going to press our thumbs into this area here, right where our pelvis meets the spine. So demonstrate. Thumbs want to be like pressing right there. So we can either be kneeling, cross-legged, or in a chair, and we're gonna do this. Stir the pot. I think it would probably be easier cross-legged, actually. Yeah. Stir in the pot. Kneeling is still okay. Um, you just want to be able to get that nice, fluid, circular motion now in the very base of the spine. And as you come forward, if it's not too strenuous on the hands, you might like to press the thumbs or circle them into the lower back and the pelvis. Get a nice massage there. Massage the base of the erectors that travel up and down either side of the spinal cord. You can press the thumbs in as firmly or gently as you like. Or you can make a circular motion with them, massaging those muscles at the base there. Ooh, feels good. And maybe we can switch direction. Oh, wow. Mm, mm. Maybe we come back. And if you want, you can take all fingers and give that area a little bit of a massage. Just like that sacrum area of the muscles and any tension there. And you can also, if you like, do this. I'll demonstrate it better. That might help. You can tilt the pelvis back and forwards. So you probably can't see it very well, but we can like tuck pelvis under and then tuck it like forwards. So imagine the tailbone sticking under and then sticking out. Again, anyone with sciatica or any lower back problems, we want to be really gentle here. We don't want to do it as dynamically as I just demonstrated, but especially in the morning when we might feel a little bit stiff or achy as we get out of bed, this can be quite powerful to just kind of get that flexion and extension into the lower back, the base of the spine, the sacrum, the pelvis, and the hips. And raise. All right, so just for 1 minute, maybe we can give the knees and the ankles a bit of a massage just so they don't feel left out. And then we'll finish with a few minutes of relaxing. So just going to invite us to rub the hands over the kneecaps, or you can rub all around as well. So if you like, you can get into butterfly pose and do that, or more of an open bound angle. Just massage the knees. Imagine that the prana that we may have generated from this session, just really getting all around the knee joints and like through the hands into the knees. Just like getting that warmth, that circulation. Then we could do this with the ankles as well. We might even like to do a little circular motion with the feet, the ankle. Maybe maybe a little foot massage. Super indulgent now. Super indulgent. And then we're going to get into a comfortable seated or lying down position just to finish this all off now with a nice yummy relaxation. So either sitting down or lying down. And we're going to get really comfy, as comfortable as possible. And just for a few minutes, we're going to relax here together. Again, no expectation, maybe not even any kind of desired result whatsoever. Just the simple essence of relaxing without a goal in mind, without a place to reach or a state to achieve. There's just relaxing happening. It's not married up to a future tense, just is relaxing appearing to happen. And there may be sensations popping up, emotions popping up, feeling tone, thought tone, just seemingly vibrantly popping up. And then maybe that just dissolves quietly and it all just is what it is. Maybe as we lie here or sit here in this final moment of relaxing together and playing together with this fun session of yoga play, you could imagine that you're just bathing below a vast open blue sky. Not a single cloud passing by, totally wide open, vast blue sky. Just imagine. And in the vast blue sky, it's the dazzling bright sun. And in the vastness, just imagining that the warmth of the sun and the openness of the sky is just permeating through every cell of the body. Vibrant, radiant, and wide open. Perhaps relaxed and tranquil as well. Ease circulating and permeating through all of the tissues. And maybe the vastness of the blue sky gently dissolves, and maybe we find a breath or two just gently entering deeper into the depths of the lungs, and the abdomen starts to move more rhythmically with the breath. When I exhale, maybe that exhale happens out through the mouth. And then maybe we start to find movements gently flowing through the fingers and the toes, hands and feet, arms and legs. Start to gently, very slowly, gradually waking the body back up. And just taking your time, whether it's curling up into a ball, whether it's rolling over to one side, or having a full body stretch before coming into a seated position. Ah. So, thanks so much for joining me on Boxing Day for some yoga play. Hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, a lovely evening ahead of you. Namaste.